Mnajua mwaka ule mwingine tulikuwa na kiangazi kubwa na watu wengi walipoteza mifugo yao. Kama serikali, na nataka wabunge wafuatilie, tumesema ya kwamba wale watu walioathirika zaidi, familia karibu 10,000 ambayo mifugo yao yote ilipotea, tumeweka pesa ya serikali shilingi bilioni 1 tufanye restocking, na tumesema kwa wale wanahitaji mbuzi na kondoo 55,000 tutanunua kama serikali na tuwapatie, ili hizo familia waanze mahali pazuri, so that no family is left behind. And we are going to work with members of parliament and county governments so that we make sure that we target the families that lost all their livestock as we work on the restocking process, to make sure that those families that lost everything can be supported by a program that is sponsored by government. Number 2, kwa sababu tunataka kuondoa magonjwa ya mifugo, nataka wafugaji mnisikize vizuri. Hii Januari tunafanya national vaccination ya ng'ombe zetu zote, ng'ombe milioni 22 na mbuzi na kondoo milioni 50 kuanzia Januari. Mujitayarishe ndio tuweze kuondoa magonjwa, ndio soko yetu ambayo tumetafuta ya nyama tuweze kufikia hiyo soko. Kuna soko nyingi imefungwa ya huko nje kwa sababu ya mambo ya magonjwa. And that is why as government tumesema in January, and we are going to work with county governments. Na ni vizuri niseme katika mkutano huu ya wafugaji ya kwamba January we are starting the process of vaccinating 22 million heads of cattle and 50 million heads of sheep and goats, to make sure that we deal with disease control so that we can access both national and international markets for our beef, our mutton, and all the other products that we are working on.
Cows are about 5% of global emissions, which is pretty unbelievable.
Wild.
And if your goal is to get to zero, you don't get to skip the cows or the steel or the cement or, any of those big areas. So there's a whole class of solutions of making meat without cows. Today, it doesn't taste as good and it costs too much. It's going through a little bit of a lull, but those companies, Impossible Beyond, Memphis, and others are pursuing that. In terms of the cows, we pursued many solutions. So one is to vaccinate the cows in a way that their gut bacteria that emit the methane, which is also called natural gas or CH4, which is the second most important greenhouse gas, you can vaccinate them and that species of bacteria isn't there. Their stomachs are very special because they can eat grass. It's a 3-stage fermentation process, basically. There's another way you can change what they eat, and you could either put that in their water or their feed. There is a drug to change the microbiome, not a vaccine, but a drug. That looks very promising. And then there's a solution where you stick a sort of a metal thing into the skin of the cow, and it actually burns the methane. And all of these look to be quite cheap and implementable even in Africa. And so this is one where I wasn't hopeful when I got started a decade ago. And now it's just a question of which solution for which country ends up being the best.